She was appointed the border czar, and it's almost like she felt as long as she said on television, hey, the border is secure, that somehow it would magically be secure. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, look at all this stuff that Kamala did that Fox News viewers actually like. Yeah, it's not like they're going to see it that way, though. They just see Kamala Harris on the screen and they all like collectively have hissy fits. Okay, so I was linked to this in chat. This is Tulsi Gabbard reacting to Kamala Harris's, Biden dropping out and Kamala Harris's likely candidacy for president. So here we go.
Former Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard is here. Tulsi, I don't think Coons is faking it. He's been a Biden lover since the jump. Van Jones has been pushing Biden out harder than anybody. Those are crocodile tears. That guy's the best actor on CNN.
You know, the fact that they're touting President Joe Biden making this decision as doing what's best for the country, it's just hypocrisy, given how many of them, as you mentioned, have been saying for days that he should step down as the Democratic nominee. I think the thing here to focus on, Jesse, is all of these different calls and questions come up about what happens next. What
happens next is that Kamala Harris runs as the main POTUS candidate, and then she gets a V POTUS, and then they win. That's what happens next.
Joe Biden is, actually resigns or he doesn't. We just got to remember, nothing's going to change. If Kamala Harris is the nominee or some other Democrat is the nominee.
I disagree.
Nothing else is going to change. Joe Biden has been the figurehead for people behind the scenes who have been calling the shots. The same will happen if Kamala Harris is elected president or other Democrats. The fact is
that's not true. Like, Biden and Harris do have different politics. Okay, I don't think Kamala Harris is going to be quite as bad on Israel. There are a couple of other things, but I need to inform myself a little bit more, to be honest. But like, they're not going to have exactly the same politics. This is like Biden crime family shit, or like string puller shit. This is like deep state, right? Insert your conspiracy theory here, basically.
We've got unelected power elite in Washington, coming from the military-industrial complex, national security state, working with their friends in the big industrial propaganda media. They all just want to stay in power. So they don't really actually care at all about Joe Biden, no matter how many crocodile tears.
I mean, yeah, it's the same way the conservatives want to stay in power, right? Like, it's not like you would ever give up power, you know? Like, let's be real here. Like, yeah, Biden wanted to maintain power. The Democrats want to maintain power. But, I do feel like the Democrats at least care a little bit that we're not living in a fascist dictatorship. So I'll take them.
They're going to look for the best horse that they think will help them win and back that person.
Kamala is probably easier to manipulate.
The debate clip they're about to play is from when Tulsi was pretending to be a progressive and attacked Kamala in the debate for being too conservative.
Than Joe Biden. At least Joe Biden knew who was who in Washington. Kamala's spring chicken. She's brand new in this scene. She doesn't know anybody. She doesn't know where it's coming from. You certainly did, though. Remember on that debate? You tangled with Kamala. Let's watch this.
Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do
so. They're just doing this as like a hypocrisy thing. That's the angle they're going for, so it makes sense.
So she kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California, and she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
So Kamala's record's going to be front and center. I don't know if she...
But then you can't turn around and say, like, yeah, she would be too hard on crime. The angle they're going for, though, is the hypocrisy. So that's why they're doing this.
She knows what's coming.
The first thing that I think of when it comes to Kamala Harris, once again, trying to stand on her record is our border. She was appointed the border czar, and it's almost like she felt as long as she said on television, hey, the border is secure, that somehow it would magically be secure. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, look at all this stuff that Kamala did that Fox News viewers actually like. Yeah, it's not like they're gonna see it that way though. They just see Kamala Harris on the screen and they all like collectively have hissy fits.
We've had an unprecedented number of people crossing our borders illegally as the Biden
You're right. We should make it easier for them to do it legally.
Harris administration's open border policy essentially aided and abetted these cartels in their multi-billion-dollar human trafficking industry, making our country far less safe. The list
Isn't human trafficking like worse in the United States than like most of the human trafficking within the United States takes place by white people, right? Like it's homegrown United States people who are doing most of the human trafficking. Can anybody confirm that? Pretty sure that number isn't even accurate. White people are the ones bringing in fentanyl. I'm not saying the Democrats are doing an amazing job at the border or anything, all right? And I'm not saying they're doing an amazing job even at human trafficking, but like the conservatives are not going to fix that shit. They're only going to make it worse. They're going to fan the flames.
This goes on and on about Kamala Harris's failures, even as vice president over these last 3.5 years, both here at home and her failed attempts at foreign policy that have made our country less safe and pushed us closer to the brink of war. So if she is the Democrats' nominee, she's got a lot to be held to account for.
And the
Unlike Donald Trump, whose record is spotless.
reason Joe Biden was able to even win was because he was supposed to be moderate. And there's no moderate with her.
Also, they're so worried about human trafficking. Meanwhile, Donald Trump literally has accusations against him for sex trafficking. Like, not him doing the trafficking, but him benefiting from it. You know, the Epstein logs. I'm just saying, they don't seem very concerned about that.
None. California socialist. She's a radical. It's not going to play in the rest of the country. That is very clear. Thank you so much, Tulsi Gabbard. Have a great Sunday night.
Thank you, Jesse.
So yeah, like I said, they're just going for the hypocrisy angle, which, you know, I don't think it's going to work very well. As I was saying in the last segment that we just did, they're going to try to spin this against Kamala any way they can, but like they haven't been focusing on Kamala very much. So they're going to try, but, you know, Trump just has way more baggage in every way, even if Kamala is a hypocrite in some ways. So this is not going to play out well for them, no matter what way you spin it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.